Oh, hi friends! Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name's Dalia, and I hope you guys are all having an absolutely wonderful day today. So we are back today to talk about the new Animal Crossing Direct, the 2.0 update. I'm sure by now you have seen the Direct, you have seen people talking about it online. It has brought the Animal Crossing community back to life, and I'm so excited for it, and I hope you guys are as well. In a 20-minute Direct, we got so much new content. We have so much coming to the game, plus a new DLC, which I'm just so excited for. And if you guys can tell by the title of the video today, we are going to be talking about something very specific about the Animal Crossing Direct, and that is the new food items that we are going to be getting in game. If you guys recall, we've had various different kitchen electronics and a couple of food items like this Behringer over here, but we've never been able to actually cook in the game, not really. And we haven't been able to really do anything that qualify as farming other than the pumpkins. So today we're going to be talking about all the incredible things that has come with the new update that is coming out on November 25th. And I'm going to be going through all the food items that we have seen in the Direct. This is, of course, probably not the only food items that we're going to get. We're probably going to get tons more, which is absolutely incredible, and I'm so excited for. So if you guys are interested in this video, please remember to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you are new to the channel. So without further ado, let's get started, because we have quite a bit to cover. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is the fact that we're finally getting cooking and farming in the game. This is something that we have been talking about pretty much since Animal Crossing New Horizons launched in March of 2020, and finally, after a year and a half of waiting, we are finally getting it. Obviously, we really hoped to receive that last year on Turkey Day when we finally got to cook with Franklin. Unfortunately, we just had to watch as he did the cooking, and we unfortunately didn't even get to keep the recipes that he created for us that day. But finally, a year later, we were finally going to get to craft and cook ourselves. So in the Direct, they did show us multiple food items that we're going to be able to farm ourselves, various fruits and vegetables, including tomatoes, wheat, sugarcane, potatoes, and carrots. This, along with pumpkins, is going to give us tons of amazing recipes. Moving on to the recipes, as we can see on this little recipe display, the first two, though, we have are flour and sugar, which we're probably going to be creating using the wheat and the sugar cane that we're going to be farming ourselves. And then, as you can see, we received tons of amazing recipes ranging from soups and salads, sandwiches, tons of amazing baked items, which I'm the most excited for. We have bread, we have bagels, oh my gosh. And then, as you guys can see on the top with the little icons, we're in the savory category, and beside it, it looks as if we're also getting a sweets option as well, meaning that we're also going to be getting tons of desserts. So we're only getting a small glimpse of all the amazing recipes that we're going to be able to cook, and based on just my speculation alone, I'm assuming we're probably also going to be getting more recipes later on in the game. Of course, I can't say that for certain, but I hope we do. And then lastly, next to the sweets icon, we also have what looks to be a crafting icon with a hammer and then a whisk. Now, I believe that these are items that we actually get to cook, but not eat. So it's basically just going to be display items that are going to include food, but we can't actually eat. They're only meant to be for display. Speaking of those items, one of those items I believe is probably that little basket behind the character right there, that includes what looks to be various harvest foods that we're going to be farming, including pumpkins, wheat, tomatoes, potatoes, and carrots. This little item is so adorable, and it's actually not the only item in game that I've seen that actually looks like this. I will be showcasing another one in a moment, but I think it's actually kind of incredible that we're also going to be making food items that are just for display as opposed to ones that are for display but also for eating. Now in the next clip, here's a couple of the food items that we're going to be not only displaying, but I'm assuming also going to be able to eat. We have the minestrone soup that we just made, along with a sandwich, what looks to be a fruit cake, and then also what looks to be like a juice. The juice actually looks extremely similar to the little juice that we've seen our own characters walking around the island with. So I'm assuming that's the same juice, and we're finally going to be getting the opportunity to try this juice for ourselves. Now, after you've cooked your items, they will display in your pocket like a little silver platter, and I'm assuming that the silver platter ones are ones that not only can you eat, but also ones that you can place on like tables and things for display. So moving on from forming and cooking, I'm just going to quickly go through each of the food items that I've seen so far in the direct. So in this first clip, we can see 2 food items, the first being a little bread loaf that is sliced on the little table. This is probably an item that we're going to be able to create ourselves and cook, but it also could possibly be an item that we can purchase either from Nook's Cranny or from Lottie at the Happy Home Paradise, which is a part of the DLC. Speaking of the DLC, I will be talking about various items that we're not only going to be able to craft, but also items that we're going to be able to purchase like regular furniture items. Speaking of another craft item, behind the character on the screen, there's also a little what looks like to be a grocery bag that is filled with various fruits and vegetables and also a baguette. So incredibly cute and very similar to that basket item that I showed in the previous clip. This is probably another item that we're going to be able to craft, not eat, but an item we're going to be able to craft using the cooking method, and then also we're going to be able to display as furniture. Now in this clip right here, there's actually 3 food items that I want to point out, and they're all drink items. There are 2 pink drinks that you can see on 2 tables, and then there's also a more colorful drink that is like blue and a couple of other colors on the right side of the screen. Now, I'm not 100% certain, but later on in the direct, you actually see that blue drink for purchase in the Nook's Cranny. So I'm assuming the pink drinks are also ones that you can purchase, and that these ones are just various colorways of the same drink, because of course we can't see them up close, so I'm not 100% certain if they are the same item. But here we have 3 new drink options to decorate with, and they are so cute. Now in the next clip right here, we have a plate of cookies on the table on the right hand side. So incredibly cute, and because we did see that sweets option with the cooking clip earlier, I'm assuming this is probably an item that we're going to be able to craft ourselves, in which case I am so excited. I really hope that we get the option of baking various different types of cookies, and that we're also able to display the cookies on different colors of plates. Of course, if we're unable to, that's totally fine, but I think it'd be really great to have various options of like raisin cookies and chocolate chip cookies and things like that. Now, another drink item that I can see on the next clip right here, just really quickly, is similar to the ones that we've just seen, and I'm assuming that this is another color variation or another obviously type of drink. This one kind of looks like a soda or like a Coca-Cola. In this next clip here, we can see another drink item that looks extremely similar to the previous ones we've just mentioned. Once again, this is probably just another color variation. This one kind of looks like a smoothie. So cute, and I'm so happy that we're getting so many variations of these drinks. And as I previously mentioned, these drink options are going to be purchasable through Nook's Cranny, as you can see on the bottom right hand corner on the table. And what's really great about this is that we're going to be able to purchase as many as we want. Speaking of Nook's Cranny, there are going to be other food options that you can also purchase through them. As you can see on the screen, where the little drink used to be, there is now a sushi tray. Can we take a moment to talk about how insanely adorable that is? I cannot believe we're getting a sushi tray in this game. I can't believe. And once again, it is an option that you can purchase as many times as you want, as much as your pockets can carry. I'm blown away. I'm so excited. Now in this next clip here, there are several food options that we're going to be able to, I'm assuming, craft. And that includes a cute little set of jam jars, an amazing basket of baked bread. That's one of the ones I'm the most excited for. Oh my goodness, look how insanely adorable that is. Then there's also a set of jar preserves in the right hand corner, along with another frying pan option, which I didn't think we'd be getting a new one of that, unless that's one that we already have in game. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks to be like another baked bread. And in this next clip here on the table in front of the character, there looks to be, I'm assuming, a crepe. I'm assuming this is probably one of the items that we're going to be able to craft in the sweet option. Of course, I could be wrong, but can we talk about how insanely adorable this food item is? I really hope that we get the option of customizing these food items. So now moving on to the DLC portion of the direct, there are so many food items I saw while watching the direct over and over again. I watched it many, many times. We'll probably go back and watch it again after this, after I finish recording this video. But the first food option that I saw, and this one I did not see the first time I watched it through, but is that little pastel basket of pretzels. Can we take a moment to talk about how insanely cute that is? There's actually another clip I will show in a minute that kind of zooms in on them a little bit better. But oh my gosh, another baked item that we're getting. So cute, and I'm so excited to decorate with it. Now, in this clip, I won't go into detail about all the food items that you can see here, but when decorating Maple's home, there are several food options that I can see in the inventory portion, and that includes drinks. There's that little pretzel basket again, what looks to be pancakes. There's the bread basket once more. So many amazing items. I'm just so excited. And in this next clip here with Maple's decorated adorable little house, we have the pastel pretzels, a little bit more of a close-up to see what they look like. And before moving on, in the exterior portion of Maple's home, there looks to be another plate of cookies on the log table in front of her. This kind of confirms my suspicion that we're going to be able to customize the food options and create various types of food, because this looks very similar to the plate of cookies we saw earlier, but it looks like a different color. So I'm assuming that we get to decorate and create various different food items that look different. Probably not all of them, but I'm assuming a few of them probably give you a couple of color variations and different food choices to create. Now this one, I'm not 100% certain what it is, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but there looks as if there is a ramen container next to Hans on the bench. It looks like a takeaway ramen container, like the ones you put in the microwave. It might not be, but oh my gosh, if it is, that is so cute. In this next clip, there are a few options that I've already spoken about, including the harvest basket on the counter in the back corner, as well as a couple of items that we've already seen in game. And then on the walls behind us, we know that we're getting tons of new wall hangings and new ceiling furniture elements, which I'm so excited for. But on the little shelves behind the counter, there looks as if there are some shelves that have some new jars and preserves. Super cute. These are probably just decorative, but I just thought I'd point them out as well. One more decorative food item I just wanted to quickly point out is the teapot that is next to Maple on the antique table. And what's really great about this one is I think it comes in a couple of color variations, because later on in the direct they show it, I believe, also in a silver colorway. So this is probably just going to be a new furniture item that we can purchase, and it's just really pretty, really elegant, and I really like it. Now in the next few clips, there are so many food options that I don't even know where to start. There we have the silver tea kettle that I just previously spoke about, and there's also the pink drink that I spoke about earlier, and there also looks to be a bowl of some type of food on the table at the front there as well. Restaurant kitchen that has so many dishes, I don't even know where to begin. But once again, we have the little harvest basket in the corner, a couple of food items that we already have in the game. Can we talk about this stack of frozen fish here? Like, is this an item that we're gonna decorate with on our island? Because oh my gosh. And then like this, the red snapper on the cutting board there, like, oh my gosh. And then in this next clip right here, you see Sherb actually holding the kettle that I just recently spoke about. He's saying that it is actually a water jug, which it can be a water jug too. It looks a little fancy to be a water jug, but Sherb is also a waiter, which, oh my gosh, that's so cute. But this might also be an item that we could possibly hold in game as well. Here we have one of the new characters in the game and her little vacation home that has another amazing drink on the table right there. This looks exactly like the other drinks that we previously spoke about in another colorway. This one is like a really cool emerald green color. I really hope that we get the option of decorating with this colorway as well because it just looks so cool. And then in this clip here with Hopkins' front yard, you can actually see another one of the juice options in the yellow colorway on the blue table. And then inside Hopkins' house, which looks amazing, you can see some snack options on the middle of the floor. There looks to be an open bag of cookies and an open bag of chips, and then another drink beside them. I'm not sure if this is individual items or this is a collection of snack items that becomes like one item, but so cute. And this is such a game changer. No longer are people going to be using custom designs for like bags of chips. Now we have our own bags of chips to decorate with. And this is one that I'm insanely excited for. There looks like there's a little popcorn and a drink on the table there. This is going to be one of the items that you can purchase when you do the DLC after decorating some Islanders vacation homes, and Lottie gives you the money in order to purchase items from the shop from the Happy Home Paradise. And I'm so excited. I hope these items change frequently because if we get items like this popcorn and drink, I cannot wait to see what other options we're going to get as well. Now this clip here made me want to create my own vacation home for Isabelle because oh my gosh, the girl deserves it. But here we have another one of the juice options in the pink variation. And then inside her home on the counter behind her, once again we can see that grocery bag filled with produce. And then another thing that I'm not 100% certain of, but I think directly behind her on the counter there's a croissant and a coffee. We're getting croissants and coffee together. I'm assuming this is probably one item together, kind of like a little breakfast item. But oh my gosh, I just want to sit with Isabelle and have a coffee and a croissant in the morning. In this clip here, we can see a few of the food items we've already seen, including the bread loaf and the preserved jars. There also looks to be 2 new dishes, including a fish dish and then another dish that I'm not quite sure what it is in front of the character right here. But I love the shapes of the dishes, and I love that we're getting various different shapes of food items, not just like a circular dish. This one is more of an oval shape. This one here is another one that I did not see the first few times I watched, but can we please focus our attention on the stack of pancakes next to Alice right there, because we're getting pancakes. And I'm guessing this is probably an item that we can create ourselves. It's probably one of the sweet options, and it makes me wonder what we're going to be needing in order to make these pancakes. Obviously we're going to be needing like flour, but are we also going to be needing eggs? And if we're going to be needing eggs, then where are we going to be getting these eggs from? Here again, we have another one of the drinks sitting there on the table next to Bud. And then on the table in front of Blair, which can we talk about the new furniture set that Blair is chilling with in her little room. There looks to be another baked good. I couldn't quite tell what baked good this was. Kind of looks like it could be like a puff pastry of some kind or like an English muffin. But oh my gosh, the absolute cutest. Speaking of baked goods, on the little tray between Sasha and Rio, who are 2 new characters to Animal Crossing New Horizons, there looks to be like a little tray of baked goods and little sandwiches, basically like a little tray you'd put at like a tea party. Absolutely insanely adorable. And then behind them, in front of Rosie, there looks like there's another food item. It's too small to quite make out what it is, but it looks like it's probably going to be another item that we're most likely probably going to be able to craft. And then just speaking really quickly, there's also this new tea set that is next to Rio on the table there. So pretty, and I'm just so excited to see people decorate with these items. And last but not least, in this clip on the table, we can see a takeaway pizza box and what looks to be like a bag of chips and some dip. Most likely these are going to be items that we can purchase from Lottie in the DLC and then bring back to our own island to decorate with. But oh my gosh, so that is all of them. I know this video was quite long, but we had a lot of items to cover, which makes me so insanely happy. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and that you saw some items that you didn't previously see in the direct. And speaking of the items, please let me know down in the comments below what your favorite item is and what item you are most excited for in the direct, whether it be a food item or otherwise. And yeah, that is everything for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, feel free to leave a like and a comment down below, and make sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys are new here, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!